So I just came back from a trip back east to see my dad. He's suffering from dementia. Over 5 million Americans are suffering from the most common form of dementia, which is Alzheimer's disease. The numbers are expected to double by the year 2050. And the most tragic thing about Alzheimer's disease and dementias in general is it's so easy to deal with. It's so easy to prevent and even to reverse. That's because Alzheimer's dementia is not caused by anything other than a lack of nutrition and an accumulation of toxicity. This results in an inflammatory response, and while doctors will tell you about tangles and tau proteins and amyloid plaques, and drug companies are on a furtive search for medications and vaccines that will somehow stop these tangles and fibers from forming, at the end of the day, it's not the tangles that's the problem. It's not the tangles and the tau protein that needs to be addressed, but rather, why is the body producing these things? Earlier this week, the results of a study were published in the journal Frontiers in Neuroscience that provided evidence that the real issue, the real cause of Alzheimer's disease, is an immune system that's running amok. According to Professor Robert Richards, who's the lead author of the study, all degeneration, all neurodegeneration, brain degeneration, degeneration of the nervous system, whether it involves Alzheimer's disease or Parkinson's disease or Huntington's disease or movement disorders or palsies, all of these involve, in Dr. Richards' words, quote, uncontrolled innate immunity, unquote. In other words, inflammation. And the reason I think this is so important is because it highlights the generic nature of disease, particularly brain and nervous system diseases. And this is an extremely powerful idea when it comes to health, because it means that by doing just a few simple things, all neurodegenerative brain health challenges, no matter what they are, can improve. In this way, Alzheimer's disease, Parkinson's disease, movement disorders, nervous system disorders are like arthritis of the nervous system. In the same way that arthritis is a degenerative and inflammatory disorder that affects the joints, Alzheimer's disease is an inflammatory disorder that affects the brain and the nervous system, the neurons, the nerve cells. Back in February, Time magazine ran an article about Alzheimer's disease, and one of their main points was that drug companies are looking for medical cures. There are even vaccines in the works that were somehow going to immunize the brain from the inflammatory chemicals and inflammatory proteins that are secreted when you have Alzheimer's disease. They want an Alzheimer's disease vaccine. But as it turns out, according to this Time magazine article, of the hundreds of attempts by drug companies to come up with some kind of prescription remedy to deal with dementia, astoundingly, nothing seems to be working. In the last 15 years, drug companies have developed over 240 different drugs for Alzheimer's disease, and only 4 have been approved by the FDA for treatment, none of which work. Razidine, Namenda, Namzuric, and Exelon. These are the only 4 drugs that have been approved since the year 2000 to treat Alzheimer's disease, and none of them do anything anyway, except reduce some of the symptoms. But in light of this article from Frontiers of Neuroscience that highlights the generic nature of dementia, Alzheimer's disease, the inflammation and the immunity that underlie these illnesses, the fact that there's no pharmacology that can help a dementia patient doesn't really matter. What we need to be doing is a few simple, basic protocols that every one of us should be doing anyway, whether we're sick or whether we're not, whether we got dementia issues or whether we don't. We've got to make the body strong. Degenerative diseases, which account for 80% of the health costs in this country, diseases that just get worse and worse and worse, chronic degenerative diseases, only occur in a compromised body. If there's one point that I want to make when it comes to doing this radio program or doing my presentations or any kind of health information that I want to underscore or highlight, it's this. If your body's strong, you won't be sick. That's pretty much all you need to know when it comes to health. Make the body strong, disease will not show up. And how do we make the body strong? I call it the square of health. 4 steps to make the body strong. Nutriate, respirate, move, and rest. The 4-fold square of health. We nutriate with the Mighty 90 Essential Nutrients. We breathe correctly. So important. Diaphragmatically, with the diaphragm. Make friends with your diaphragm. The diaphragm is a huge band of muscle that separates the top of your body from the bottom of your body. If you put your finger right underneath your chest bone, right underneath your breastbone, you'll feel a muscle that goes in and out as you breathe. That's called your diaphragm. It's a flat piece of muscle. It drops down when we breathe in, and it rises up when we breathe out, if we're breathing correctly. And that, of course, is a big if. The type of foods that we eat are also important. Making sure we're moving our body is important. Making sure we're resting our body is important. How we eat is probably the number one thing to do if you're dealing with Alzheimer's disease. And that's why you want to know about the ketogenic diet. The ketogenic diet is a 90% or 70 to 90% anyway, fat diet, at least when it's being used to treat seizure disorders, which is where the ketogenic diet excels. But you can take advantage of the ketogenic diet if you just maybe have 60% or so of your calories coming from fat, particularly butter. Eggs are also a good source of fat. Avocados are a good source of fat. Fish is a good source of fat. You'll even get some fat in some green leafy vegetables. You want about 20% of your calories to come from protein, 20 to 25% of your calories coming from protein, the remainder coming from carbohydrates. Another version or another method for generating ketones involves fasting, not eating at all. And by the way, Youngevity has a new product that will allow you to leverage and exploit the powers of the ketogenic diet called the Keto FX Shake and the Keto FX Bar. Both contain lots of nutrition and not a lot of calories, and this allows you to get a lot of good nutrients without having to burden your body with caloric intake, which can cause so much problems. Bottom line here, folks, is health is not a complicated issue. Get on the Mighty 90, breathe correctly, move your body, make sure you're getting lots of rest. All right, I'm Pharmacist Ben. We'll come back with more good health information and your phone calls as well. I'll be sitting in for the next 45 minutes or so, as I always do, on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program with my good friend and colleague and nutritional wise man, Douglas Winfrey. What's up, Douglas?
Well, great to have you back on the show. I've got a story here that I got from Natural News, headlined, High Blood Pressure. Drinking cherry juice is good as medication, according to a study. According to the CDC, 1 in 3 U.S. adults have high blood pressure, around 70 million people. They say only one half of those suffering with high blood pressure actually have their condition under control. See, treating blood pressure in the U.S. costs $46 billion a year. That's billion with a B.
Ooh.
And this report on Daily Mail was found something simple and cheap as drinking cherry juice is just as good as the medications are usually prescribed to help people suffering with high blood pressure. Supports a growing body of evidence that natural remedies actually work better than allopathic medications. This study was published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition. And they found that people who drank at least 60 milliliters of cherry concentrate diluted with water actually saw their blood pressure drop by 7% within 3 hours. Scientists think that that's enough to slash the risk of stroke by 38% and the chance of having heart disease by 23%. This was all done at Northumbria University, and say that the results seen are similar to those achieved by taking blood pressure medication. The reason that cherry juice has such a strong impact on blood pressure is it's rich in phenolic acids, which are a type of antioxidant. Study found the greatest improvement in blood pressure occurred when 2 phenolic acids were present in the cherry juice. They say other natural remedies for high blood pressure are things like watermelons, proven to prevent arterial walls and veins from hardening. That comes from a study published in the American Journal of Hypertension. Blueberries, of course, that they're not calling that a superfood because they're rich in antioxidants. Avocados, full of potassium and magnesium, which are important minerals for lowering blood pressure. Broccoli, packed with fiber, potassium, calcium, magnesium, and vitamin C, also contains sulforaphane glucosinolate, or whatever that is. And proven to significantly improve blood pressure and kidney function. Kiwi contains lutein, an antioxidant. Of course, dark chocolate has antioxidants as known as flavonoids. So there you go. Can naturally control your blood pressure. And yeah, I know you're big on controlling blood pressure by doing deep breathing and things like that.
Deep, slow breathing, yeah, relaxing. You know, hypertension, high blood pressure, doctors will call it essential hypertension, meaning they don't know really what causes it. They just say it's part of growing older, part of the body. It really isn't. Hypertension is a sign that the body's trying to redirect blood flow. It could also have something to do with blood clogging up and blood being sticky, heart having to work much harder in order to push the blood through. Bottom line is, it has to do with, the way I look at it, hypertension has to do with a stress response, an exaggerated or amplified stress response. And that's why deep breathing is so effective. I love simple solutions, Douglas. That's what I'm all about, is easy, simple solutions that we can employ ourselves. Things like drinking cherry juice, things like getting on a nutritional supplement program, exercise, for example. I was just reading an article here. This one is from a study that was done in Iran on exercise reducing fatigue, depression, and the pain that's associated with multiple sclerosis. Now, when you think about it, why would exercise have a beneficial effect for folks who are dealing with multiple sclerosis, which is a a nerve and muscle health issue. You think the opposite. You think that you wouldn't want to exercise. Well, as it turns out, when you exercise a little bit, your body secretes growth substances and repair substances. And how difficult is it to spend 5 minutes exercising? You know, there are all these little ways that little solutions that we can employ to improve our health. Not the least of which is getting on the Mighty 90 Essential Nutrients, getting on a good nutritional supplement program. This is another article. Yoga in menopause may help insomnia. How do you like that? You do a little bit of yoga and it helps you fall asleep. Again, when the body has a slight amount of duress, a slight amount of stress, it feels better. The body's designed to move. We're wired to exercise. Not a lot, just a little bit. You know, you only need a couple of minutes a day of exercise to leverage this growth and health response associated with the stress response. Remember, the fourfold square of health: nutrition, respiration, movement, and rest. That's how simple health is, folks. If you have questions about longevity products, health, nutrition, prescription drugs, we're here for you. What foods can help fight the risk of inflammation? This is a new study from the University of Liverpool's Institute of Aging and Chronic Disease. You can actually eat your way to anti-inflammation. Doug, that's probably one of the ways those cherries work that you were talking about. Cherries contain those wonderful flavonoids. Fruit in general contains nutrients, bioflavonoids, and carotenes that can help the body reduce inflammation. You got to be careful about the sugar, of course. I like green tea. You ever drink green tea, Douglas?
Almost every weekend.
Almost every weekend, did you say?
Yeah.
I'm drinking green tea.
I make sun tea, like several batches of sun tea every weekend. I've got several containers that I do that in, and then I drink that all weekend and until it's all gone during the week, and occasionally even do it during the week.
It's amazing how healthy green tea is. Speaking of sugar, what do you use for sugar?
I don't use sugar.
You stevia?
I don't put any sweetener in it at all.
You don't put any sweetener in your tea? Not even a little honey?
Nope. I'm
You
growing.
don't put milk in it?
I'm growing mint. I do my tea as iced tea, and so I grow mint and I put some mint in it.
How do you make sun tea? You just let it sit out in the sun?
Yeah, you just throw some tea bags in a container, about a 2-gallon container, and then just set it out in the sun, and then, put some water in it, and then it eventually makes tea.
You know, you can spray green tea on your skin when you're laying out in the sun, and it'll help protect you from skin cancer.
Really?
Wonderful. Couple of really neat antioxidants in green tea that aren't found in very many. Well, they're high in green tea. Epigallocatechin, they call it. Amazing antioxidant. They're not only important for your heart, not only important for the brain, but also topically. You can make a spray bottle with green tea in it and actually spritz yourself as you're laying out in the sun. And it can have anti-sunburn properties and anti-sun toxicity properties, the epigallocatechin. And by the way, anything that's good for you, that protects your skin from the sun, if you take it internally, it's also going to protect your eyes, and vice versa. When you take nutrients for your eyes, it'll also protect your skin. Have you seen the new Occutive product from Longevity? New eye vitamin product that just came out. It's got wonderful nutrients for the eyes, but also will protect your skin from burning, from ultraviolet rays that can cause sunburns. So if you're going to be laying out in the sun this summer, if you plan on going on a vacation, or you live in Vegas, or you live out in California and you get a lot of sun, consider using the Occutive to protect your skin. You'll get benefits for your eyes. You'll get benefits for your eyes. That's why it's formulated. You'll also get skin health benefits. That's one of the neat things about nutrition that you don't get with prescription drugs. You take a prescription drug, you got to deal with side effects. But when you use nutritional supplements, not only don't you get side effects, you get beneficial effects to go with your the intended purpose of your nutrients. That's, to me, the whole idea of using nutritional supplements is such a no-brainer. Not only are they essential for health, but they also provide you with multiple benefits, and a very solid case can be made that when we're dealing with a health challenge, we're dealing with nothing more than a nutritional deficiency. Fourfold square health, folks: nutrition, respiration, movement, and rest. That's all you need to know about getting healthy. If you're not as strong or as vital or as healthy as you want to be, if you're dealing with a chronic health challenge, get yourself on a good nutritional supplement program. Control the kinds of foods that you eat. Make sure you're eating less foods, caloric restriction, periodically fasting, using your Suero V cleanse, practicing slow, deep, diaphragmatic breathing, moving your body around just a little bit, and making sure you're getting lots of long, luscious, delicious, relaxing rest. The fourfold square of health. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program. Time to hit the phones. Who's first in line, Doug?
All right, let's head to Wisconsin. And Teresa, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Teresa.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you for taking my call.
Hey, what's up?
I'm at my husband's bedside
Okay.
at a hospital. He had an emergency surgery. He had a backache. We thought it was sciatic nerve. He was going to the chiropractor 3 times in 1 week. And then the second week, he could not walk anymore, so he had to be taken by ambulance.
Oh my
So
gosh.
what the thing is called is cauda equina. It's severe compression of the nerves, and now he is unable to walk and loss of bladder. I'm hopeful with 90 for life, and I showed his surgeon, what we have, and he said, yeah, go for it. So we're hoping he can restore his bladder and this walking, and he'll be going into rehab now today. So I've got all his things on his table here. So Super KB, and also from Good Herb, kidney and bladder support. He's 250 pounds. I'm wondering how much can I give him, and have you ever heard of this before? And have you ever-
Did he have an injury or anything?
He lifted a propane tank, and
Okay.
that's when it went out.
That's usually what happens. It also can have to do with chronic inflammatory conditions. Does he have any other health issues going on? Or
Just
did he
high
before?
blood pressure.
High blood pressure. Okay, that counts. Now he's 250 pounds. How tall is he?
6'4".
Oh, he's a big guy. Okay. All right, so a couple things. Yes, you definitely want him on the BTT. Keep him on that. In fact, you want the whole Healthy Start Pack, particularly the Ultimate EFAs. I didn't hear you mention that. If he's not doing the Ultimate EFAs, get him on those right away. Probably do about 12 to 15 of those a day. He's a big guy. On the BTT, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine, have him sipping on it slowly. You also want to make sure that he doesn't put anything into his system, into the digestive system, i.e. foods, that are pro-inflammatory. He's got to be doing everything he could do to reduce inflammation. If the condition, the cauda equina, as you say, which by the way means horsetail in Latin, if the condition is due to some kind of mechanical issue, which it sounds like it is, then he's going to want to make sure that he's not putting anything into his blood through his digestive system that causes inflammation, and also supporting digestive health. I'd be using the Ultimate Nightly Essence product, 9 capsules a day. Also the Fucoid Z product, 9 capsules a day, in addition to the Healthy Start Pack. And might want to throw in the Glucogel caps also. When he's doing his caloric restriction, which he should be doing, you might want to employ the Suero V to do a Suero V cleanse. That way, if there's any inflammation that's coming into his system through foods, it can kind of quiet and calm the body down. And of course, good old chicken soup. The cartilage from chicken soup can have a beneficial effect for pretty much all inflammatory health issues, but especially when they involve the spinal cord or the back. And that sounds pretty horrible. I hope everything works out for you. Thanks so much for your call. And let's see if, hope we helped you out. Let's see if we can get another call in before our break, Doug.
All right, let's head to Texas. And Elizabeth, you're on with pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Elizabeth.
Hi, how you doing? I have a broken wrist, and they're trying to get me to do surgery, and I'm on your 90 for life, and I'm doing the OsteoFX, and I also got some kind of glucogel. I want to find out, will that help me get my wrist, get the bones healed or whatever?
Well, yeah, absolutely will help you. Now, I don't know how bad the break is, and you may actually need to have surgery. I can't tell you the answer to that. But even if you do have surgery, using nutrition can improve the prognosis of the surgical procedure. Just because people have surgery, it's not like a miracle. All of a sudden, you're better. A lot of times surgeries don't even work. A lot of times surgeries make things worse. So if you are going to have a surgical procedure, and this is not just for Elizabeth, this is for everybody who's listening, if you're going to have a surgical procedure, it becomes extra important that you get yourself on a good nutritional supplement program to help the body heal from the surgical procedure. And there's one really neat supplement that you can use before surgery and after surgery that can have a really wonderful anti-inflammatory effect and help improve the healing process post-surgery. I'll tell you what that is when we come back from our break. Okay, we are back on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. I'm Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for joining us. We're talking to Elizabeth in Texas. Elizabeth, I can't tell you about whether or not to have the surgery, but I can tell you that if you are going to go into surgery, it becomes extra important that you make sure you're on a good nutritional supplement program to mitigate some of the burden and some of the stress that a surgical procedure can put on the body. When we have surgery, the body doesn't know we're in an operating room. It thinks we've just been eaten by a tiger. And it will amplify, it will turn on the stress response. This is one of the reasons why they put you on blood thinners when you come out of a surgical procedure, because the blood will tend to clot under conditions of duress. So making sure you're on a good nutritional supplement program post-surgery and even pre-surgery is important. One of my all-time favorite longevity supplements for pre-surgical reasons, for using pre-surgically and post-surgically, is the Ultimate Enzymes, which are wonderfully anti-inflammatory. So if you're dealing with any kind of inflammatory issue, the Ultimate Enzymes have anti-inflammatory properties. But if you're going into surgery, you want to take your Ultimate Enzymes maybe 2 or 3 weeks before your surgical procedure, and then coming back out of surgery, maybe stay on the Ultimate Enzymes for 2 or 3 weeks on an empty stomach, not taken with food. If you take your Ultimate Enzymes with food, the body will use them to digest your food, which is not a bad thing, but you won't get the anti-inflammatory benefits. So you want to make sure you're taking your Ultimate Enzymes a couple weeks pre-surgery, a couple weeks post-surgery on an empty stomach to help quiet down that inflammatory response that kicks in after any surgical procedure. And good luck with your wrist. I hope everything works out for you, and hope we helped you. Thanks for your call. Elizabeth, who's next on the line? Doug?
Let's head to Jacksonville, Florida. And Arnold, you're on with pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Arnold.
Yes, sir. Thank you for taking my call.
Sure.
I have a rare condition called SBMA, spinal bulbar muscle atrophy.
Okay.
Can you help me?
Yeah, it's not a rare condition. It just means your body's deteriorating.
Yeah.
So a couple things.
Not SMA now. It's SBMA.
You got a spinal atrophy. The key word there is A for atrophy. Atrophy
Okay.
means deterioration. It doesn't really matter where the deterioration occurs. That's one of the points I was making at the beginning of the program, is our bodies break down in a generic sense. And whether it's occurring in the brain or whether it's occurring in the muscle, whether it's occurring in the spinal cord, doesn't really matter. The fact is that it's occurring. That's what counts. And so doctors will tell you, oh, this is a rare condition. No, it's not a rare condition. This is the way we break down. Our bodies atrophy. They decay. They deteriorate. So what do you do? And this is true for anybody who's dealing with any kind of degenerative health condition, not just Marvin. Number one, you focus on the digestive system. That means eliminating problem foods, number one, doing a food diary where you write down everything you eat, and then you write down how your body responds to that particular food. And then if you have a problem, gas, bloating, diarrhea, constipation, heartburn, you eliminate that food. It always helps to do a Suero V cleanse before you do your elimination diet. That's where you fast for a couple of days and do half a bottle of Suero V every hour, but fast from foods. Just make sure you're doing your Suero V, which provides you with electrolytes and some good bacteria. And then after 2 or 3 days of your Suero V cleanse, you start to eat. Pick your favorite food. When you start eating again, pick your favorite food and eat that all day long and watch what happens. For most of us, our favorite foods are going to be the biggest problems, and then you're going to have to start eliminating foods. Under conditions of assault from foods, under conditions of when we intake the wrong kinds of foods, the body will inflame and it will be difficult to recover from a degenerative disease. That's why the food component is so darn important. At the same time, you want to make sure that you're using supplements that protect your digestive system, that keep your digestive tract healthy. Of course, I love the Ultimate Nightly Essence, 9 capsules a day, the Fucoid Z, 9 capsules a day. You might want to try the Ultimate Enzymes with all your meals. You also might want to try the Ultimate Enzymes on an empty stomach as well. And then if you want to go low calorie, which is always a good idea, you might want to explore the Keto FX Shake, which is more like a meal replacement. It will allow you to eat less calories but still get your nutrition. The second major component when it comes to atrophy or degeneration or deterioration of the body is sugar, blood sugar. Keeping your sugar intake down, making sure your body can handle sugar by using the Sweeties and the Beyond Tangy Tangerine. Always good strategies. Eating more fiber is another good strategy for helping the body process sugar. Using vegetable juices is another good idea. And then thirdly, relaxing the system through deep breathing techniques, through a little bit of exercise, and a lot of rest. And of course, getting on the Mighty 90 essential nutrients goes without saying. Last but not least, make sure you're getting a good source of protein. All atrophy is going to involve some aspect of protein deficiency or perhaps a problem metabolizing and utilizing protein. That's why the protein powders can be so helpful, like the Keto FX and the Slender FX Shake. When you do your protein, though, make sure you're using your Ultimate Enzymes so you make sure your body processes that protein effectively. And thanks for your call, Marvin. Appreciate it. Hope we helped you. Who's next on the line, Doug?
All right, let's head to Yakima, Washington. And Cindy, you're on with pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Cindy, what's going on?
Hi. Hi. I have a problem with like nervousness, anxiety, and which causes me insomnia. I get like lack of sleep.
Okay.
And I also have problems with like bowel movements, like constipation.
Okay. It's all related to the stress. all related to the stress response. Now you're saying it's kind of like anxiety is like an emotional thing, but you may have some physiologic things going on also. How old are you, sweetheart?
I am 27.
Okay. So do you have any conditions with your blood sugar, or do you have diabetes, or they tell you have blood sugar problems, anything like that?
No, they have not told me anything.
How are your menstrual
And
cycles?
They are normal.
Okay.
They also checked for my thyroid, and it came out good.
Okay, so it may just be kind of an emotional thing. First of all, get on the Mighty 90 Essential Nutrients. There's a really cool nutrient that you'll get in the Beyond Tangy Tangerine and also as an individual supplement called niacin. You may have heard of that, vitamin B3, and Dr. Wallach just developed, it's been out now for a few months, a product called the Ultimate Niacin. Niacin's really, really interesting. It's a B vitamin, vitamin B3, and it's got a lot of interesting properties. It's important for helping the body process sugar. It's important for digestive health. It can also help folks who are dealing with skin problems like acne. But one of the neatest benefits of niacin is it can help with anxiety. It has a calming effect on the body. And usually it's hard to get a good dose of niacin because when you take too much niacin, you get the niacin flush. And that's why Dr. Wallach's formulation, the Ultimate Niacin, can be so helpful. It's a good, strong, healthy dose of niacin, 500 milligrams of niacin, but it's in a sustained release fashion. So it gets delivered into your body in a very slow, controlled way. You don't get the niacin flush with it. And I would be using that every morning, 1 capsule a day, the Ultimate Niacin, in addition to your Beyond Tangy Tangerine. And then the Ultimate EFAs can also be helpful for anxiety issues, particularly the omega-3 fats, which are really, really important for brain health. It's really hard to find omega-3 fats. Fish is going to be your best food source of omega-3 fats, but we cook our fish, and some of those omega-3s are going to become unavailable once they're cooked. So it's a good idea to get on the Ultimate EFA. And then the magnesium in the OsteoFX can also have a nice calming effect on the body. Of course, the minerals, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine minerals, particularly lithium, can also have a very positive effect on relaxing the body when you're dealing with anxiety issues. As far as your constipation goes, a couple of strategies for you, and this will also help you with your anxiety. One of the quickest ways to have a bowel movement if you're having a problem is to make sure that you're breathing correctly as you're trying to go to the bathrooms, particularly on the exhalation. The exhalation is where the body actually relaxes. When we're breathing, there's, of course, 2 phases to the breathing process, inhalation and exhalation. It's the exhalation, the sighing part, that really helps you activate the relaxation response, and it can have a very beneficial effect for folks who are dealing with constipation. In terms of your anxiety, slow, deep breathing, making sure you're exhaling more than you're inhaling, can also have a positive effect. Last but not least, make sure you're keeping your blood sugar stable. Don't be eating lots of sweets because they can jack up the nervous system and can make anxiety go through the roof. If you want to do one last thing, you might want to try a little bit of melatonin before you go to bed, maybe 3 milligrams at night. That can also have a nice relaxing effect. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. And we're going to take a break. Come back with more good health information and your phone calls as well. We do have lines open for you. Don't Lie program. I'm Pharmacist Ben, along with Doug Winfrey, sitting in for Dr. Wallach today. Got lines open for you at 831-685-1080 or 888-379-2552 toll free. Who's next on the line, Doug?
All right, let's head to the United Kingdom. And Margaret, you're on with Pharmacist Ben Bukes.
Hey, Margaret.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How's it going out there in the UK? Across the pond, as they say.
It's not great. I've got rheumatoid arthritis. I've had it now about 6 years.
We can help you with that, ma'am. Rheumatoid arthritis is what they call an autoimmune disease. I'm sure you know that. That's when the immune system turns on itself. Whenever you have an autoimmune disease, and it could be rheumatoid arthritis, it could be lupus, it could be multiple sclerosis, doesn't really matter what name they give it. What you got is an activated immune system. When the immune system is activated, what you're looking at is something that's getting into the body that shouldn't be, that hypes up the body's defenses. That's what the immune system is. It's the defense department. So what you got to do is you got to figure out what's getting into the body. Unless you're an IV drug user, it doesn't sound like you are, Margaret. That means food.
No.
That's the only way things get into the body, except for through the skin if we inject them.
Well,
Assuming that's not the case, then rheumatoid arthritis and all autoimmune diseases really need to be considered as food diseases, as eating diseases. How do you deal with a food disease or an eating disease? I'm sorry, let me just say this one last thing, my dear. You got to do an elimination diet where you eliminate problem foods. And the way you do that is by writing down everything you eat and then eliminating foods. If you want some instant relief, do a Suero V cleanse. That's where you don't eat any food. You just get on the Suero V, a half a bottle every hour. Now, I don't know if you can get the Suero V over there in England. If you can't, maybe use some lemon juice or some chicken soup, something very bland. And for 2 days, don't eat any solid food. Try to eat as little as possible, and you'll notice that your body starts to improve, that the pain starts to go away and the inflammation starts to be reduced as you fast, as you stop eating. Now, eventually you're going to have to start eating again, and when you do start eating again, pay very close attention to an increase in your symptoms and link those up to specific foods. At the same time, you're going to want to start to work on the health of the digestive tract. Most important that you get on a good probiotic supplement like the Nightly Essence, the Ultimate Nightly Essence, 9 capsules a day. And you're also going to want to make sure that you're using fermented foods and vegetable juices. And when I say vegetable juices, I'm not talking about canned juices or store-bought juices. I'm talking about homemade vegetable juices with the fiber. The fiber is very important for the digestive tract. The juice itself, the nutrients in the juice itself will help support digestive health, but also the fiber is very important. So you see, we're working here. We're not working on the joints. We're working on the food and the digestive system. Of course, you're also going to want to be on the Mighty 90 Essential Nutrients. It wouldn't hurt you to get on the Fucoid Z, which will do double duty. It'll help clean the blood, and it also has some nice digestive health support. I'd be doing 9 capsules a day. And when you're doing your Ultimate EFAs, by the way, also 9 capsules a day. Make sure that you're doing them throughout the day. So 3 in the morning, 3 in the afternoon, 3 at night. If you want a couple more things, use your CM cream and your CM capsules. CM cream can give you some instant relief. The CM capsules will take a little bit longer to get relief. And then also, as we talked about earlier in the program, the Ultimate enzymes have wonderful anti-inflammatory properties when you take them on an empty stomach, and they can also help you digest your food when you take them with meals. Thanks so much for your call, Margaret. Let's see if we get one more call in before we have to go, Doug.
Okay, we're going to make it quick. We're going to North Carolina, and Donna, you are on with pharmacist Ben Fuchs.
Hey, Donna.
Hi.
Hey, what's up? Real quick. We only got about a minute, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Well, I had my blood work done, and my white blood cells are 2.7. They're low. My red blood cells are 17.5 or RDW, and they say that's high. And my platelets are low, 45.
Okay.
And I have,
sounds like you got a problem with the liver and with the digestive system both. Do you have any history of digestive issues, cramping, bloating, loose stools, anything like that? Constipation, heartburn?
Yes.
That's what you got to focus on. That's where the problem is. Probably has something to do with your liver. So you got to work on the digestive system. I know I hate to sound like I'm beating a dead horse, repeating myself, but that really is the core of all disease. Do a food diary, write down all your problem foods, and then eliminate them. It would help you to precede your food diary with a Suero V cleanse, doing half a bottle every hour for maybe 2 days or so. That will help you figure out what's causing you your digestive distress. And, of course, the Mighty 90 Essential Nutrients and the Ultimate Nightly Essence products can also help you there, too. Thanks for your call. Appreciate it. Wish we had more time, but that's all the time we have for today on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie program. Thanks for listening, friends. I'm Pharmacist Ben for Doug Winfrey and all the folks at the ZBS Radio Network, Doc Wallach. Have yourselves a beautiful, awesome, spectacular day. We'll talk to y'all later, folks. Bye for now.
Hi everyone, Andy Anderson here. Are you using those handy little bottles of gel that zap germs, bacteria, and other nasties? In today's world, that's smart, especially with all the filthy doorknobs, shopping carts, and handrails we touch every day. Here's what you may not know. Once the alcohol evaporates, goodbye effectiveness. No more protection until you use it again. PureWorks to the rescue. Our FDA-compliant foam, lotion, soap, and spray do not rely on alcohol. Their killing power lasts up to 4 hours. PureWorks disinfecting spray is EPA certified to kill swine flu, bird flu, MRSA, HIV, hepatitis B and C, and a whole host of viruses and bacteria. Mold and fungus too. It's even safe around children and pets. You'll love the soft feel of PureWorks on your hand. It actually conditions and will not dry your skin. Here's a little peace of mind knowing your hands are still germ-free hours later. Get your hands on PureWorks and get PureWorks on your hands. Stand by. Pull out your paper and pencil for your local number to order PureWorks.
Aromatherapy oils have been prized by ancient cultures for thousands of years. Youngevity's ancient legacy, True Aromatherapy, is no exception. Essential oils are the fragrant life essence from plants that are gently removed through the process of steam distillation or expression. Youngevity's ancient legacy essential oils are of the purest concentrations from the most respected and ethical distillers worldwide. Many of Ancient Legacy's oils come directly from families in the East, which have been distilling essential oils for over 100 years. These oils have been handled in a fashion designed to protect the integrity of the essence, to allow for effective use in restoring balance to the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual nature of each customer. To learn more about aromatherapy and essential oils, contact your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about business opportunities.
With increasing rates of osteoporosis, it's becoming more and more evident that most Americans have low blood levels of calcium. Some would say,
I get all the calcium I need from dairy products.
Unfortunately, that's just not true. Besides, most dairy products are homogenized and can contain steroids and antibiotics that kill off good bacteria in the digestive system. Not to mention, the human body needs magnesium to make use of dietary calcium. That's why Youngevity developed OsteoFX Plus, containing bioavailable plant-derived forms of vitamin D3, calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, and glucosamine sulfate. OsteoFX Plus is formulated to support healthy bones and joints. Not to mention, OsteoFX Plus tastes great, unlike other products that taste like chalk or dirt. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, your host of Dead Doctors Don't Lie. If you're interested in a colon cleanse, blood cleanse, liver cleanse, in the classical herbal way, you want to ask your Youngevity associate for Herbal Rainforest. Herbal Rainforest has 16 herbs, 16 cleansing herbs, classic cleansing herbs, and 77 plant minerals. That's right, and these are all organic. It doesn't get any better than that. In your busy day, and you're around all these toxins out there in your workplace, on the way home, going to work, in your food, in the air, in the water, you need Herbal Rainforest. I guarantee you, it will give you a cleanse. You can control the dose. It's a liquid. It tastes good. It doesn't get any better than this. A colon that's happy makes you happy. Nothing better than a happy colon. Herbal Rainforest. Clean it out.
For more information on this product or others you've heard about on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie radio program, call your local Youngevity associate today. And don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Greetings, everyone. Judy DeVilbus here. What do you think of when you hear the words tangy tangerine? Well, I think of like a sweet, tangy tasting something. Well, what I'm referring to is the Ultimate Tangy Tangerine. It's a fantastic product. It has everything you need, and a great benefit is it's very, very delicious. It's very easy to drink. I've suggested it even to youngsters. Even children like it. Even little guys. Even little girls. They come right into my office. Their parents can't get them to take those chewables, and besides that, they're not as good as Tangy Tangerine. And I give them a little taste of that, and you know something? They're pleased as punch. So, if it's good for a child and it tastes delicious, why not you? There's no excuse not to take a vitamin when it tastes as good as that does. So how about it? Tangy Tangerine should be the answer to all of your nutritional program problems.
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. 3463.
I am Judy DeVilbus. Here I am speaking to you again. I just wanted to tell you that recently I started drinking the Whey Shakes again, the chocolate Whey Shake. And you need to remember, the Whey Shake isn't just for losing weight. It's a fantastic place to get your great protein. And if you're trying to gain weight, you can take it along with your meals. And the best part is, if you want to just have a great protein shake, do like I do. Put it over ice, stir it up, and you can sip on it for 20 minutes to an hour. I do it every single day. I absolutely love it. You need to get back to it too. It's really good for you. And it makes not fat, but it makes muscle after you work out. And you can also mix it up in a blender with an egg, and you have the most incredible health protein shake. Or mix it with a little water, stir it up, and you have a little pudding. And who doesn't like pudding?
For more information or to order, call your Youngevity distributor today. And don't forget to ask about Youngevity home-based business opportunities. If you're up several times every night to go to the bathroom, have frequent urination during the day, feel like you have to urinate but then have difficulty getting a stream going, have leaking, dribbling, or urgency to the point a restroom must always be nearby, you may have an enlarged prostate. According to the National Kidney Foundation, by age 60, more than half of all men have an enlarged prostate, or BPH. By age 85, that number is 90%, according to the American Urological Association. Ultimate ProstFX from Youngevity has been developed for nutritional support of the prostate gland. ProstFX promotes prostate health and supports healthy prostate function. Stop sprinting to the restroom and avoid those embarrassing moments with ProstFX from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Through his research as a veterinarian, Dr. Joel Wallach discovered that most health problems afflicting livestock can be prevented and even reversed. Many of these same health challenges also occur in humans. These too can be prevented and reversed. Doc's original formula, called the Pig Arthritis Formula, alleviated all arthritis symptoms in animals. The same basic formula has been developed for humans, called the Pig Pack, which includes plant-derived minerals, a multiple vitamin complex, glucogel, and EFAs. Add to that Youngevity's OsteoFX Plus, a proprietary blend of liquid calcium, magnesium, and glucosamine. Now you have the Pig Pack Plus to make up the 90 essential nutrients Dr. Wallach has identified as necessary for sustained good health and longevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
You've listened to physician and veterinarian Dr. Joel Wallach help many people on the Dead Doctors Don't Lie talk radio program. You've also heard hundreds of people tell how Dr. Wallach and Youngevity products have changed their lives. If you're now convinced that Dr. Wallach is onto something and you want to try Youngevity's premium quality products for yourself, we can connect you with a distributor that serves your local area. Simply call our special helpline voicemail at 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call right now and leave your name, telephone number, or email address, and we'll see to it that the right person contacts you shortly. Remember, the phone number, 313-444-3463. That's 313-444-3463. Call now to change your life. That's 313-444-3463. The antioxidants found in many fruits and vegetables are known to help support and promote good health. Research has also shown that dark chocolate, once known as the food of the gods, is rich in healthy nutrients. In fact, dark chocolate is higher in antioxidant content than any other food. Youngevity has combined a proprietary blend of velvety rich dark chocolate with whole fruit pulp and whole fruit juice extracts from mangosteen, goji or wolfberry, acai berry, and cherry, along with vitamins and minerals, producing a smooth, rich, delectable concentrate called Cocogevity. It tastes so great, I sometimes drink it right out of the bottle or pour it over ice cream. Cocogevity is highly bioavailable, meaning your body will absorb and make use of all of these healthy nutrients. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.
Numerous studies have shown the link between the intake of antioxidants and disease prevention. Foods and supplements are measured in an ORAC scale. ORAC is an acronym for Oxygen Radical Absorption Capacity. In other words, the ability to remove disease-causing free radicals from the human body. Youngevity's Cell Shield RTQ has an ORAC value of 15,800 points per serving. Cell Shield RTQ contains resveratrol, known as an anti-aging compound, turmeric, known for promoting healthy digestion, brain function, immune system, and cellular longevity. Quercetin, a flavonoid, is known for promoting healthy blood sugar metabolism and healthy lung and cardiovascular function. Remove free radicals from your body with Cell Shield RTQ from Youngevity. If you'd like to learn more about nutritional supplementation, call your local Youngevity associate, and don't forget to ask about home-based business opportunities.